Here are 20 pro tips that every Rust player should know. Whether you've been playing the game for thousands of hours or you are a complete beginner, listen up, because I'm gonna be telling you guys something that will definitely improve your game. If you find this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button below and subscribe to the channel, it helps me a lot. With that said, let's move on to tip number 1. We all at some point come across a neighbor who spends all day on their roof, and it's really annoying. Especially for these players, I've got a little trick that will allow you to break their base without spending any explosives. Just wait until they leave the game, climb to the roof or shooting floor using some ladders, and wait for the patrol helicopter to appear. As soon as it flies close enough, start shooting it down. Your task is to stay alive as long as possible, to break the base as much as possible. So take my syringes and bandages with you. If you're lucky, you might even be able to shoot down this helicopter, but that's not your main goal. Your task is to destroy your neighbor's base as much as possible, so that he will be very surprised when he joins the game. If you know that you have one or more players on your roof waiting for you to go outside, you can easily get rid of them using a grenade. Just attach it to your garage door and open it. The grenade will explode outside without damaging you, but everyone on the roof will be very surprised. By the way, you can do the same with the smoke grenade. If you attach it in the middle of your garage door and open it, there will be no smoke inside your base, which will allow you to move around easily inside. However, everyone outside won't see anything, because the smoke will completely cover your base. You can get a respawn point in the safe zone by completing a simple mission. All you have to do is talk to this NPC and accept the outpost validation mission. After completing it, you will be able to respawn right in the safe zone instead of the beach. Just run to the fishing village and find the documents here. Then take them back to the safe zone and give them to the NPC. And that's it. Now you can respawn in the outpost. As you know, if you use an ATEX scope, even with gloves, your hands will be shaking, which makes it much more difficult to hit the target. However, if you place the beach chair from the Sunborn DLC on your roof and sit in it, your hands will completely stop shaking, which will make your life a lot easier. Now you can lie and chill on the roof while shooting the nakeds. If you stole a copter from your neighbor but you don't need it, or you don't want to show the location of your base, you can recycle it on the junkyard. For the minicopter, you will get 200 scrap. For the clan helicopter, you will get 300 scrap. And for the attack helicopter, you will get 500 scrap. You will only get maximum scrap if the helicopter has full HP. If the helicopter takes damage, you will receive less scrap. So keep that in mind. Now, let me show you some pay-to-win skins that will definitely blow your mind. And the first skin is Bones Cage Locker. As you can see, it has a transparent texture, so you can see everything that happens outside through this locker. It can be used on both, on the roof and on the shooting floor, to get the necessary information about your enemies, while staying completely safe. The next skin is called Firefly's Double Wooden Door, and in my opinion, it's even more pay to win than the previous one. At first glance, it's a normal wooden door with a skin, but if you open the settings and change the texture MIP maps to the minimum value, some of the textures of this door will disappear, and you will be able to see what's going on outside right through the door. That said, on the other side of the door, the textures are normal, so you can't see through them. So you get a one-way door that will give you a huge advantage over other players at the beginning of the wipe. As you know, after the recent update, it became impossible to build external TCs. However, the community has found a new way to do this. Yes, you'll have to spend a little more resources, but it's definitely worth it. Behind this window is a TC and also a triangle frame. If you break it, the external TC will disconnect from the main base. And if you build the frame back over the TC and add another metal frame to the right, you can connect the external TC back to the main base, just like you did before the fix. By the way, you don't have to worry, it's impossible to break this twig frame from the outside, because the splash damage doesn't go through the window. So, if you want to learn how to build this new external TC, I'll leave a link to the video in the description below, so be sure to check it out. You can fit 22 electric furnaces in one square, and it's actually very easy to do, thanks to the new snapping system. To do this, hold down the shift key and place 4 electric furnaces as close to the wall on the left side as possible, and repeat the same on the other side. Check to see if you can build a wall frame here. If so, you have done everything correctly. Next, remove this wall frame and attach the storage adapter to each furnace as I show. Jump down and place 3 more furnaces in the middle. pressing them as close to the right edge as possible, and attach 3 more storage adapters to them. Next, build a shelf over these furnaces, and repeat the same on top. Place 4 furnaces on the left, 4 furnaces on the right as close to the wall as possible, and attach storage adapters to them. Add 3 more furnaces in the middle and attach 3 more storage adapters to them. Cover the square with a ceiling, build a wall frame in front, put a garage door in place, and that's it. You have 22 furnaces in one square. If you're a true PvP chat, you must use this keybind. To see how much damage you have done to another player or animal, there's the console command called Combatlog. However, it's not very convenient to stop completely, open the console and write this command. It takes a lot of time and you're open to attack at that point. Instead, use this command. I leave it in the description below, so you can just copy it. Now when you press F2, you immediately open a console with the Combatlog command, so you can check all the info you need without wasting any time. And here's another very useful command, but this time for builders. If your base has a lot of half-wall jump-ups and you can't jump on them because you keep hitting your head on the ceiling, just write this command in the console. I'll also leave it in the description below, so you can just copy it. Now, every time you jump, your head won't be stuck to the ceiling. So this is a very useful command that will definitely improve your game. Giant Excavator is one of the most underrated monuments in the game, and you can climb inside the texture of the bucket and shoot through it, which will help you catch your enemies off guard. To do this, just attach a few ladders to the bucket and climb to the top. As you can see, you can walk through the texture and even shoot through it, but most importantly, you're completely invisible from the outside, so you will definitely surprise your enemies. Another trick you can use on the Excavator is to hide your loot inside the texture. As you can see, there are 2 control rooms on the sides of the bucket. If you go into either of them, you can drop your backpack right into the control panel, and it will fall inside the texture. Using this trick, you can save some of your loot if you run into a clan, and then just pick it up later. You can make a flying locker on your roof or a shooting floor to create extra pixel gaps to surprise your enemies. To do this, build 3 squares with a triangle at the end. Remove the squares and build back with triangles. Remove all triangles except the last 2. Build wall frames here and add 3 ceilings as I'm showing. If you did everything correctly, you will end up with a gap in the middle. Build a wall next to this gap and place a locker here while holding down the shift key. As you can see, the locker will float in the air, giving you some extra angles to protect your base. If you place the Halloween campfire in the very corner holding the shift button, you can place a workbench on top of it to save space inside your base. This can be very useful in a 2x1 or 1x1 base designs with limited space inside. You can use a simple keybind to instantly place a barricade and then pull out a weapon. This command will help you in high-intensity fights when every second counts, so be sure to use it to improve your game. Currently, there are 5 types of gloves in the game, namely burlap gloves, leather gloves, wooden gloves, road sign gloves, and tactical gloves. And the best gloves among them are wooden gloves. First of all, they are very cheap. Secondly, they give top-tier protection and also protect against cold and radiation, almost like tactical gloves. But most importantly, they're researched by default, so you don't need a blueprint. So the next time you're thinking about which gloves to craft, choose wooden ones. You can move the crate from the Chinook using a horse if you don't have a car. Yes, it will take some time, but you can move the crate to a more convenient place to protect it and guarantee yourself the best loot. If this video helped you and you learned something new, be sure to hit that like button below and write a comment so more people can see it. Oh, and by the way, in this guide, I'll show you 10 of the most essential electrical circuits in Rust, from the automatic turrets and anti-door camper system to more complex auto smelter and auto lightning systems.